That's a time commitment, a major time commitment. We're at the field 5:45 in the morning to 7:45 for conditioning every day, and then we have practice from 1 till 6, 1 to 5. Technically, it's supposed to be 1 to 4. Had practice. I was always the one who tried to persevere. I was the first one to get there, the last one to leave. I tried to make sure no one ever outworked me. And then I was in class. But I wasn't really in class, I was registered for class. So I guess you can kind of see where this is going. So spring 2001, I get a letter. Due to academic reasons, you have been kicked out of the university. This is the first time I've told anybody really about this, or at least a group this large. I've kind of papered over it a little bit because I didn't want to freak people out. But I'm in grad school now, haha, so.
Hell yeah! Woo! That's my boy!
The governor here has signed my piece of paper. You can't take it away from me now. So I can tell you now, confidently. I got kicked out of the university. And you talk earth-shattering. I didn't know what to do. I had no clue what to do. And I always felt that I was here. I mean, I was in DSP, but I felt kind of on the fringes just because of the thought that there was so much that I had to do, so much that I felt like I needed to do in order to keep myself up, that maybe other people may not have had a clue as to what it is that I'm actually going through, what kind of struggles I'm actually facing, how to actually help me get out of the situation. I mean, sure, I had talks with John and Eric and a couple of people about trying to do better, but it never really, something about it just didn't stick. So I didn't think that. So I decided, I'm just going to work for the one. I think this might be a good thing. Get my life in order, have a family together, I'll work, and I'll come back. So I got a job. I finished working at the RSF, and I got a job at the California Pizza Kitchen in Emeryville. I helped to open up the California Pizza Kitchen. Yeah, that's all. Yeah, sorry. It was great. Good money. I was still around Berkeley. I didn't have to go home. But then things weren't necessarily getting much better for me. Actually got getting worse. And it got to the point where I stopped talking to my parents for about 5 months. For reasons that will be better left unsaid. But it was just due to the family situation. I didn't talk to my parents for 5 months. Didn't pick up a phone call, didn't answer an email, nothing. Just decided I'm going to make sure that I'm taken care of, get everything straight. So I talked to an advisor, and I talked to John. And I decided, at about 2 years into this, about 2.5 years, I decided I'm ready. I'm going to take a couple classes, check it out, see how it goes. So I took some summer classes, and that went well. Then I took a class through UC Extension, a couple classes in the fall of 2004, I believe. That went well. Took a class spring 2000, did I say 2004? Maybe it's 2003, can't remember, it's been a while. And that went well, spring class went well. Then took some more summer classes. I got to the point where I got readmitted to Catholic. So I was happy about that, really happy. Family situation got resolved, so I had my chance to sort of do what I wanted to do. So here's the twist, and here's where the sort of the choice making kind of comes in. I was told by the advisor that with the amount of units I had accumulated here, there's no way that I was going to be able to do biology as a major. I was going to end up doing biochem, and then I would get kicked out for the unit one. So why don't you try something that's different? So all right, well, no problem, I can still go to medical school, I don't have to be a biology major. So I did sociology. I took a sociology class, found it pretty interesting, and I thought to myself, well, you only need 3 classes, 3 lower division classes to declare it, and 10 classes total. Great, I'll be out of here in like a year and a half, no problem, no big deal. And so that's when I took my first philosophy class. And if you've never caught the philosophy bug, I will try to be contagious and give it to you. I'll have a little question and answer session at the end. But I took my first philosophy class and I got hooked. Like, I got hooked real hard. I said, hey, maybe I want to, this is kind of interesting. Did my sociology stuff. Ended up being a writing tutor. That worked out wonderfully. The statistic that they had there about the 2,700% people getting into med school and all that kind of stuff, it's due to their hard work. They may say that I helped out a little bit, maybe. But I think it's really just the hard work that they did in order to get in. But being a writing tutor, building friendships, and actually starting to feel like I'm a part of the program. A major part. Then I graduated. Fantastic, 2006. Woohoo. Woohoo.
Woo!
Good morning, everyone. And so I applied. So I cut to a couple classes and worked at the job, and I applied. And I was worried. So I wanted to do philosophy, I wanted to be a professor. I still do. And I had comparable GRE scores, no problem. My letters of recommendation were fantastic. Thanks, John, thanks, Roger.
Yeah.
But the one thing I was really worried about was my GPA. So here's the interactive part. So who thinks they know what my GPA was when I was here? I've got this person in the back. No, wait, never mind. No, I think I already told you. Cheat. Yes, sir. What's your name, by the way? Yes. I'm Michael. Nice to meet you. John, nice to meet you. I did? You can't see either. Is there anyone who I haven't talked about my GPA? Yes. What's your name, by the way?
Oscar.
Oscar, I'm Michael.
All right.
Nice to meet you. So what do you think?
I think your GPA was about a 2.0 or 1.9.
2.0 or 1.1?
I like where he's going with this.
Well, the funny thing is that if it's 1.9, you don't get a degree. So we know it's not a 1.9. 2.0. Any other guesses?
2.75.
2.75? You are a very kind man. What's your name? So I can buy you lunch later? What's your name?
It's Vince.
Vince, nice to meet you. My GPA when I got done here was a 2.17. And I applied to grad school. Ha!
Show him who's the boss. Show him who's the boss.
What are you doing, sir? It's like those old school, I don't know, so I'm gonna sort of date myself. And not in that kind of sense, like, oh, that's cute. That kind of so there used to be these NBA commercials where they had people who were just like doing random things, like, hey, I'm just gonna go join the NBA. And it was like, there's one guy in Texas who has boots on, he's running up and down the court with the Mavericks with his boots on. It's kind of like what I was doing. Like, hey, 2.17 GPA, I'm gonna apply to grad school. Well, I guess it's gonna be that easy, huh? Well, I applied to, now philosophy grad schools are rather cutthroat. The top places, like Berkeley, Stanford, Princeton, University of Toronto, they get about 300 applications. And they accept 12 people. 12 people. With the thought in mind that they will take 8. So you have a 5% chance at the top universities. So knowing this, I strategize, and I'm a scheme, and I like to plan, and I like to think about this. I applied to 40 different places. 40 different places. Yeah, I can hear all the room. You're like, wow, that's just a lot of time. It is a lot of time to do lots and lots of applications. It's also lots and lots of money. Lots of money. There's also lots and lots of begging and pleading about like recommendation. Thanks, John. Thanks, Roger. And I kept talking to people, and people who've known me, been around, kept saying, I'm usually a very optimistic person, but I'm also always thinking, I don't think it's going to work out. So I've gotten 25 rejection letters already, and I'm down to my last 15. And every day it's just, no, I'm sorry, thanks. No, sorry, thanks a lot. UC Riverside, their letter to me was a PDF.